Greetings, this is the triple rerun video, Rage Edition. Now, to preface this off to all the new viewers who have to find the algorithm for this video, do not watch this specific video. This is just for the Rage bit. I will provide useful information for the reruns. However, if you want the concise, good version of video, I have it on my YouTube channel. You know why? Because all of these are already done. You go under my playlist. You go under Awaker Showcase. Have individual shorter videos for each individual unit where I actually edit the video. And it flows better. I cover every aspect of the unit. Any changes to the kit or team comps will be addressed at the very beginning of this video. So, what has changed so you guys can tune out and not watch the rest of the Rage video? Because I'm going to be very angry and ranty here, and some people don't like it. That's what the other guides are for, okay? If you are staying beyond this point and you are angry at me, it is your fucking fault. You're fucking retarded. You're a fucking idiot. Why are you still here? Go watch the other video if you don't want to get yelled at. What is wrong with you? What possesses you to keep watching this video? I wouldn't do these long videos, the Rage reruns, if people didn't watch them. Look at this. Look at this. People actually watch the Rage videos over and over again. This one, shitty 46 minutes long, 2,000 views. Please stop watching. I literally put it in the fucking title. I yell at you. I fucking tell you to fucking end yourself. But you guys keep watching these fucking videos. I wouldn't make... Sorry. These videos take a little bit out of me. I wouldn't make these fucking videos if people didn't watch them over the old videos. The old videos, which I keep redirecting you to. The Flares Awaker reviews. Okay, look at this. Okay, it's 8,000 views for Pikmin. It's whatever. It's back when the game was a bit more popular. But again, some of the old videos, low, that I redirect you to, the Eyes Awaker, 3,000. These perform just as good for like a fraction of the effort. A fraction of the effort, okay? This takes no effort. I don't edit. I just go in and run. These videos are like an hour, 2 hours long. And the YouTube algorithm puts this on top. When you're Googling rerun or reviews, these videos go on top. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I don't edit these videos. It's just me, like other dog shit creators. It just recommends these videos. Please go to playlist, watch the old videos that are better, that explains more. They won't have the good thumbnails, because this is before I hire my thumbnail guy. This video will have a good thumbnail, okay? I'm not even talking about the kit. You guys should already be tuning out, because I haven't talked about any of these units yet. It's objectively a bad video. But magically, this video is going to get thousands of views for no fucking reason. Okay? So, new event, the fucking triple rerun. Buy this is good value. These are always good value. So, what is the new triple rerun? I already went over the last triple rerun video on stream. This is off stream because, again, Easter. I wasn't gonna fucking stream on Easter. I'm fucking Catholic, okay? What is wrong with you? It's the day for Jesus. And the only close to Jesus, this rerun, is Tulu in lore. But he's a lazy bastard, okay? Gdoll, insane lady. Sorel's lore is pretty good. I can't fake it. So, what do I recommend? Gdoll. Probably the best investment if you can pull her OE. If you cannot, pull 3 copies for E2 and save up for OE. She's one of the best OE characters on any Chinese tier list. She's going to be SS tier. The Chinese rate her very highly, and so do I, because she's one of the strongest support units at overexalt in the game, due to her many effects, which I'll go over. Now, Tulu, 1 copy just for the G Murphy comp. He is the first limited awaker ever released. However, he's fallen out of favor. He's only viable in the Gdoll comp, as I've shown in my tier list. Sorel, good when whaled. She is C tier. That doesn't mean she's bad. It means she's average. She's who I base everything off of. She will be forever C tier. Why? If a unit is better in Sorel at some other aspects of the game, I will rate them B or higher. She's going to be the baseline unit. She's the baseline unit I rate everything to. Now, let's start off with what you should need. Gdoll. Let's go over her fucking kit and why she's S tier, which I already went over on the actual Gdoll video. Please stop watching this video. I'm gonna repeat the fucking same point. You know why? Nothing has changed about her kit or the meta. There's absolutely nothing different from her now to 1 year ago. The video from 1 year ago, nothing has changed besides my anger that some of you guys are clicking on this fucking video, which is no editing. Just me talking into a microphone, okay? Stop it. Stop it. So, she is a healing poison support that she can solo poison very well. You see every Gdoll video. You see me running every D-Tide. Most of my followers use Gdoll Alert 3. Alert 5, Wave 3, every D-Tide. She's one of the strongest support units in the game because she's one of the near thighs units that does everything while providing a good amount of poison. Now, her core gimmick is an Alienist battery. One of the strongest Alienist batteries in the fucking game, and one of the strongest poison effects in the game with certain enlightens. So, she has the strongest healing in the game with Face Descent that gets stronger in Arc 2 the more the boss nerfs you. It's based on how much Alienist bar you have. So, when you get her Overexalt, she is one of the strongest Overexalt power-ups in the game. Every other unit, a lot of units get a decent power boost from Overexalt. Gdoll, on the other hand, becomes the destroyer of world with Overexalt, which means 8 dupes, 8 copies. So, why is that the case? Overexalt, in addition to having an additional effect, I'm just going to reset something just to show you guys. Reset, challenge, and I'm going to do the quick Gdoll comp. I'm going to put Zoo here because it's just fucking better. And Warden Injection, replace this wheel. Again, this video is not structured, not good. You should stop watching this video. If you're watching this video, you only have yourself to blame, okay? It's for the algorithm. Why does the algorithm promote these videos? Because it's new. The algorithm will always promote new videos opposed to old video. And I'm not going to re-upload the old video. You actually can't re-upload the old video because YouTube doesn't like that. So, get this? So, the main reason why her Overexalt is strong, it has all the other nice effects, okay? Blah, blah, blah. Discard, Face Descent, triggers an additional time every 50 alienists currently possess. So, with base Gdoll, your cap is 100. So that means at most, if you're capped, it can trigger an additional 2 times. With Overexalt, it can trigger an additional, 4 times. That's how math works. And in Arc 2 specifically, every time you exalt, let's exalt right now. The alien miss cap increases by Well, it depends on the stage. People are gonna say fucking 10%, 5%, 50%. No. It's based on the arc and the rule set. A lot of guys don't go into this because they're fucking garbage. It depends on the rule set. Train has a different rule set. Arc 2 has a different rule set. Arc 1 has a different rule set. The rule set is slightly changed for each different. You can't say Arc 1 rule set, Arc 2 rule set. If you do that, you're fucking retarded. It's not Arc 1, Arc 2 rule set. It's whatever the devs decide to give you. Because for certain event stages, certain whatever, they change the rule set slightly. Slightly, nerfs and buffs every now and then. So, in general, in the newer rule sets, it increases the Alimus buffs and on certain stages as well. Sometimes this can go up to 400 based on the boss. So when you have Overexalt, this second number is basically increased by an additional double. So whereas with regular Exalt, if you have her E3 or plus 3, anything below Overexalt, this is going to be 110. But since we have Overexalt, this is 220. So it's double. So this is an additional 20 gain. That means that with the newer rule sets, with Overexalt, your cap gets higher and higher and higher. And you want that. Because now, instead of about 200, this can proc an additional 5 times, for example. If you have 201 Alimus. So since you have the Overexalt, the cap is bigger. That means it increases more often. Even if you're just exalting normal. That means that when you play Face Descent, it triggers more times. Sorry. In case you know, the fucking haters, I had surgery like a month or two ago. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I already covered it. So I can't maintain the persona that long without, throwing up or coughing a lot. So I'm gonna take like brief breaks of period of calm more often in these rage videos. Because I literally can't. Yeah, it's like, I can't explain why. It's a fucking neck surgery to remove a fucking tumor. I don't know why it affects my, well, I guess it makes sense affecting the throat. Whatever. Keep going. So, again, I'm going to Exalt again, and you're going to see, this is an Overexalt. The first Exalt was a regular Exalt. This is Overexalt. This gives a permanent buff. So this is why it's very good too. 240. So, it doesn't matter if it's an Exalt or an Overexalt in this rule set. It counts the same. So, Overexalt is even more value on Gdoll because the costs increase. So, what you want to do on Gdoll is stay in phase 1 on a boss fight for as long as possible. Now, let me go to a boss fight stage to showcase more about it. So, let's go to a straight to boss fight. I think it's an Arc 1 boss. This one. This one's an easy one to go to. We have enough DR. Okay. It's just a straight to boss team. Don't look too much into it. Don't ask questions. Why are you using this? Use it. This is a showcase video. It doesn't mean it's a real comp. It doesn't mean anything. Even though it is for Wave 3, you wouldn't use this in clearing story mode stages. Use this on Blue Will. Check out my Blue Will videos. So, this is the boss. So, Gdoll has a different effect. When you go into a boss stage, you have finale stacks. Now, finale stacks have a hard cap with lower enlightens. Again, I'll go over it later. So, basic. But if you have a certain enlighten, I think it was E3, the finale cap is higher. Now, what this finale does, it buffs your poison and it buffs Gdoll, the more finale you get. So, it only applies on boss fights. The last fight in a stage or any straight to boss fight. In regular mob stages, you cannot run Gdoll as a solo carry. The only reason I can run Gdoll as a solo carry right now is because of the gimmick. Is because of that specific scenario. So let me grab this insight. I'm doing this just to grab the insight so I can rouse her. Play this. Alimus. And a riff. That's good. So, on base, you get one finale stack a turn. you also get 1 finale stack for exalting on Gdoll, and 2 finale stacks for over exalting on Gdoll, as shown here. Now, her over exalt is probably one of the best in the game, if not the best. Not only does it give 2 finale stacks and give a shit ton of alien miss, it gives Madness Infection, which is the new translation. The only difference is the old video will have the old translation. They use AI translation in the past, or something close to it. Probably Google Translate. It is probably Bing. A lot of translation is still dog shit in the game. So this, it buffs base damage, poison, counter. Now, specifically for poison units that does deal damage, equal damage, it double dips. This is one of the strongest buffs in the game. Why? It is permanent scaling buff of 10% every time you overexalt. Now, for a blue wool comp, for some of my comps, you can just ignore the Gdoll poison for some boss fights and save the finale card for last. Because when you play the end card, it transforms her into a poison unit. And it becomes a race to the death, like enraged mode in MMOs. So this, 10% damage buff, 10% poison buff, 10% counter buff, and it stacks. So if you overexalt 7 times, it becomes 70%. And it's a permanent buff the entire fight. It is very strong, and one of the reasons why she's universally, by real players, considered a very good unit. So, on a basic poison card like that, it's only a flat 10% buff. It's good. It's a good buff. Don't get me wrong. Now, what happens if it's applied on this card? No, not this card. Where is it? This card. Midnight Tide. So there are some cards, such as Caucus, Barium, and oh my gosh. Okay. Oh wait, I got this. Again, watch the other videos where I am able to rant more without this. In my Awake reviews, it's more edited, so I won't cough and throw up as much. Not really throw up, I swallow it. So, Midnight Tide. So cards like this is why counter on Wanda is such dog shit. Because with the newer buffs, the higher Awaker levels compared to the launch of the game, these cards that does deal damage, apply equal X. These cards will always be meta, will always be superior than flat cards like Melwa Theft, which has this. Why? When you crit on this card, it applies the crit multiplier, the crit damage, and everything else, and it's a damage-based card, and it applies the thing based off of it. So, that means that this buff double dips on those cards. So, if a card that does equal, it gets the poison buff and the damage buff, which buffs the poison. So, it gets both buffs. That's why it's very strong. It's not exactly 20%. It's a little bit more than that because it factors in the crit as well. Think of the crit. So it is insane on comps that have that effect. That's how you're able to see me generate 100,000 counter in like 1 or 2 turns with Blue Wool. That's why Blue Wool is very strong, because it can generate the poison or counter hundreds of thousands in 1 turn with a good combo with a Gdoll buff. Because not only do you get this effect, because the basic Gdoll Exo effect is also very strong. What is the basic strong? Sorry. It buffs damage amp by 50% as well. So you have this buff plus that buff plus the crit buff. I shouldn't say plus, I said times. So all that combined together makes her very strong and flexible in a lot of comps, which does the poison or counter, like Blue Wool, for example. Or as a solo carry herself. Now, I'm going to go over more on the end. So we're going to see the end. Again, I'm not even playing this real. I'm just gonna rouse everyone and play it like a woman because I want to get through this video relatively fast here. So, rouse. We're gonna rouse. And we're probably not gonna proc DR anytime soon. Rouse this. I could have played Face Descent, but didn't need to because I have this. So we can Frantic. No, we keep these. I don't want to play it yet. So let's play this. Plays the Defense. Furnace. I didn't want to play the Face Descent. I want to get the Rouse off because I want to play the zoo cards. But probably should have played it so I could showcase the Gdoll faster, but whatever. So, check your limit. So, when you're playing Gdoll, especially with Overexalt, a lot of players, especially dog shit guide makers, don't tell you this. So, you always check the limit. Every time I coach, I always tell players, count the limit. We're at 150. It's good. That means we trigger additional 3 times Fake Descent. So, if you're close to a break point, let's say a 50 break point, you want to get something to get her to that 50 break point. So, we know that we have 2 babies, 2 30 ailments babies. So, that means if we feed 2 babies, we're at 215. That's another break point. Sometimes you want to do this. So, you can play it. So, you can trigger an additional healing proc. Or an additional poison proc. Or whatever you want to do. So, let's get this Exalt. Let's do Spellbound. Because, again, once we Exalt on Gdoll, it's going to refill everyone. So now, we Exalt on Gdoll. We get the 2 stacks. And we can start over again. So, again, we can Rouse. Let's Rouse her. We don't need the, Devour. So, play that. Let's see. We need to play 2 more cards. So, we can't play this. We don't need to play it. So, let's Self-Destruct. Weakness. Let's play Nell. Actually, we don't need the Nell. Let's play the Sprout to get rid of it is Retain. So we can play the Fan Kiss to play another thing. So we're good. Call the end. So next turn, we're going to get 9. So there are 2 options now for most players to do. You either wait initial turn or overresult. But first, breakpoint, 107. We can play this. It's 124. So we don't need to play this strike. We could just feed a baby, play Face Descent. It triggers additional time. And we can play this strike and wait for next turn or not. We can do whatever we want. So we could actually play this strike. Refill Ailmist or Bone Sick. So in this case, we want to refill Ailmist just to showcase it. So most players would Exalt here. But we can save for Overexalt next turn. Because if we Exalt here, we get the end. And we can Finale now. However, that's wrong. Why is it wrong? Look at our draw pile. Dog shit. Where's all of our Face Descent? In this card pile. So if we Exalt now, and it's a waste. It's 100% a waste. So we can stall in Form 1. We don't need to use the end. You don't need to use the end card the moment you get it. Why are you pulling out your dick before it's ready? Okay? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Don't pull out. Don't pull out when you're ready. We're not ready. If we use Illusion's End, we can Overexalt right now, and we can probably pull a Face Descent. But why are you unleashing your load this early on non-GL comps? What is wrong with you? You don't need to blow your load this early. Our health is fine. We live. So you can hold this. For some comps, like Blue Will, you can stay in Form 1 till like almost the end of the fight. You can hold this Illusion's End. Because it does 30 fucking % at certain enlightened. I'll go over it. And it heals you 30% of your lost HP. What does this mean? You use this when you're on Death's Door most of the time. If you want to play safe, unless you're doing some kind of speed run, you can just hold this and use her to heal. Use her to permanently buff your team over the course of the fight and scale. Just scale. Most of you guys have weaker teams. You're not whales. Like other guys who don't fucking take into account. You're not a whale. You don't have a super Giga Chad team. Just stay in Form 1. Use it to heal. until you're about to get your shit pushed in. Unless you're playing poison comp. Just stay in Form 1. Wait. Don't pull out. No one likes it when you pull out early. No one likes an early finisher. Okay? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Okay? So this. We could stall. We can overexalt. What we can do, we can overexalt for that juicy buff. If you want, we can do it in other comps. But this is not a key factor in this comp. We're going to let her push us. Push our shit in. So, we're going to end turn. We're counting our cards, because again, we can generate a baby. We're going to feed one baby. Let's feed it to her. Now, if he seals us, that's good. Again, he auto-pushes anyway. See? She auto-pushes anyway. So, X-halting there, playing this card, would be a waste. You're fucking dog shit. What is wrong with you? You can stay in Form 1. It doesn't lose your max HP. It says your Alimus cap is, capped. Again, we could have X-halted, so it was a higher cap. This heals you a shit ton. See? There's no point. There's no point in using illusions, and if you're playing any stall, or if you want first time fighting a boss, you don't know what the boss does. The boss is giga shitting you. The boss is 10 inches inside you. Okay? You then considered, can I take 5 more inches? Can I take 5 more inches? Maybe I can take 2 or 3 inches before I have to play the card. That's what you gotta evaluate. That's what you gotta evaluate. Now here, we probably want to use it unless we can kill this mob, because it's Alimus Steel, which means it's gonna fuck us. It's gonna fuck us in the ass, so we either overexalt or we decide to transform. Depending on who you ask in the community, this is a time to play the card. They wouldn't be wrong, they wouldn't be right, or we could kill it. As long as we get, because we kill it with this trigger. So, just to showcase, you can just stall here. So let's just, yeah, I think I'll do this. So, we're gonna eat this baby, apply the weakness, generate the extra thing. Again, I'm gonna showcase the other poison. So, we can just play this strike. We're gonna now rouse. Last rouse. 2 out of 3. So, again, we don't need to keep this sprouting. Bone sick. Then we're gonna buff. Again, you wouldn't do this in actual Gdoll comp. You would do this in other comps. I'm just showcasing how you would fucking play it. Anyone who complains, they obviously didn't watch the video because they're fucking retarded. So, let's do this here. So we can grab this. We have all these juicy face descent for the gimmick. So we can now exalt on her. How many stacks? 5. So we don't care if it Alimus steals right now, but so we're gonna play this. How many cards? Play this. What card do we want? What card do we want? Let's play this. Again, it's gonna Alimus steal Gdoll, but it's fine. It's fine and done. So we can do it again. Final Rhapsody. We can keep stalling. You keep stalling in this phase unless you're ready to pull out your fucking dick. Okay? And if you are a girl watching this video, anyone can pull out their dick. Okay? What are you? Some kind of sexist? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Anyone who says that I'm you guys are the real. You think a girl can't pull out their dick? What is wrong with you? Are you some kind of sexist? Anything can happen with the power of belief. If you believe in yourself, you can accomplish great things. Other people don't believe you can do it. I believe in you. I have 10% female viewers according to YouTube metrics. Now, it could all be fake. You guys could be AI girl chat box scamming people in comments. But I believe in you, AI chat bot. Pull out that dick and style on the boss. Okay? Style on the boss. So let's grab a couple cards. Sealed, Rhapsody. Again, our health is full. We're good. We don't need to do it. We don't need to pull out yet. So let's see. I want to get a bunch of defense cards and one Nail of Death card. Because I want to charge up our Alimus. So you get to 202. You guys didn't think I need to keep track of that, but I did. Because I'm not garbage. So, we don't need this. It already triggers. And no one has poison, really. So we play this. So, we're good. We don't need to do anything. We got over Gdoll again. We're good. Keep going. Doing another buff. Face Descent. Don't care. Rouse this. Playing the strike card does not do anything. Get this to get rid of the bleed. Play this. Play one more card. Play this defense. Play this. Get the strike. We don't need to do the damage. We need to charge up her thing. And we're good again. Our health is fine. Everything is fine. We generate no poison on the boss. But in other non-poison comps, like Blue Wool, if you're playing counter, this is what you do with 3 different units. On a poison comp, you want to de-end and then rush. We don't need to do that yet. We're good. We live. We're alive. And what better thing to do than to keep staying alive? So, what do we do now? We X on him, inflict more poison, buff, trigger. We don't even need to do it for this boss. We won. So, since the boss is gonna phase, in this boss, you don't need to trigger the second form at all. We have 17 finale stacks. We can stay in form 1, heal up, and not die essentially forever. But we're going to play Illusion's End, because if we play it next turn, the boss is going to die outright. So we're going to play Illusion's End now just to show you what it does. So it's the 30% max HP. Why this comp will never be power crept? Because if you give the boss 10 trillion HP, this is still going to take 30% of that. That's why this comp is especially good. So, boom, and the boss is going to die. So, in second phase, she no longer heals. Her Alimus cap is increased. It's harder to overexalt. It's harder to build the 10% buff. So that's why I like to stay in phase 1 as long as possible when I'm playing Blue Will. So I can have that healing. Because I don't care about this poison. However, this poison is quite significant. So it inflicts this much poison. X time, depending on how much Alimus stack. So on overexalt, this triggers more. This generates thousands and thousands and thousands of poison. This is quite good. And her new Exalt effect, once she evolves with the end, it gets you 3 or Rift, draws 3 cards. So, as always, check if you're at breakpoint. We're close to a breakpoint. We play this defense. We're at 99. We need to feed 1 baby. We're at 129. We're at another breakpoint. Feed another baby. So we're at triple baby. We can face descent. Look, we doubled the poison stack already. More than Zoo, more than most units in the game. And this effect transforms into duos both options, but your max HP is reduced by 10%, which is bad if it's super early on in the boss fight. You should never, ever, ever evolve her too early and spam this early. If you spam this early, your HP, see, we lost 200% max HP. It becomes harder to turtle and survive. This is a DPS mode. You want to get towards the end of finishing a boss fight. If you do it too early, you blow your load too early, bad things happen. No one likes it. No one likes it, okay? No one likes you blowing your load too early. Let me grab the daily and go over her in-depth comps. Again, this is a very long video. So, her enlightened levels. E1, pretty important. I recommend to get her elites E2. E0 Gdoll is pretty bad. Why? Her 2-cost card does not, though, do weakness and vuln. It only does team amp and decreased strength, which by itself is okay, but pretty garbage overall. You want her E1 to make it the vuln or weakness, which is quite nice. Her E2 is a good stopping point for Gdoll. Why is this the case? This. You know the base poison buff I was talking about for Finale stack? Yeah, that's not in her base kit. This is not in her base kit. It's the E2. And the stacking cap for Finale was capped at 10. So she does an infinite scale. This unlocks her infinite scaling. Her E3 is quite nice, is not as important as her E2. This buffs the fixed damage by 5% and it heals you. Before this, it doesn't heal you. It's just a big fat fucking damage. And her strike and defense, this gives you roughly 5 to 10 AoE. It's quite good the longer the fight goes. But again, not as essential as her E2. Her over result is her bread and butter. I already talked about the permanent buff. And I went over it in other videos. So Gdoll is the most important rerun unit out of this trio you can possibly want. So, let's go over the next unit I'll recommend. 1 copy of Tulu. Now, I can shit on him over and over again. I shit on him a long time when he was first released. The other dog shit guys back in the day puts him at S tier. I never put him at S tier in my tier list. I don't like him in general. His kit has been outdated. He's only usable now because of the stupid Lemurian mechanic that it added, which is very team restrictive. This is fucking dog shit. This is fucking bad game design. Forcing you to force to a very specific team comp is nothing I would ever advocate for, unlike other people. Like this, bad game design. Forcing you to build a team because of artificial means is something I would support. You should be able to build a team because it has inherent synergy, not a synergy the devs put in. Like in League of Legends with Rakan and Xayah. Like, if you have this unit, it gets a buff. Why? Because lore reasons. Why? Because lore reasons. They have a buff one together. They don't synergize together on paper. But if you use them together, they're stronger. They're stronger. Just use our predefined comp we already established for you. Yeah, I would never be a fan of these in any card game. In any card game, this is garbage. Fucking do it like, if you have, just give us the technical damage. If you have Awakers with X, blah, blah, blah. But if forcing you to have a random Lemurian tag for this is why he's viable. This is why he's used in G Murphy comps. Because this is insane. 50% more technical damage is insane, but it's restrictive. There's only 2 comps you can use him in. A G Murphy comp or a slightly different G Murphy comp. In any other comp, he is quite outdated, which I covered in my other videos, which is the JP version is better. Why is the JP version, which is slightly different, that's better? And I covered this ad nauseum. These, you see this? Temporary technical damage, temporary strength, temporary. In the JP version of Tulu, this is instead permanent technical damage. The text, the big difference is instead of temporary, this becomes permanent. And the meta, besides Pikmin and those same bursts, is permanent. Because, look, this is 47 temporary strength from playing a 3-cost card. Let's look at newer units for comparison. Let's look at newer units, because he was the first unit ever released, and they never, ever buffed these initial numbers. These initial numbers were never buffed. The only buff was the aftershock effect in this Soul Force, which is only in Arc 2, not in Arc 1, by the way, which is what majority of you guys are playing. Let's look at newer units to showcase how power crap this is. Because this unit, by the way, was released as a DPS. So, let's look at newer units to explain why he's pretty bad and why he's only viable because of those fucking artificial buffs. So, in regards to temporary damage, let's go to other newer DPS, like let's say Tulu. Tulu is good. Discard Pinion, permanent 11 strength, 1 draw, 1 mana for the 2-cost card and wings. More effects. Permanent crit rate crit damage by playing her strike defense rather than those temporary buffs. Now it's smaller. Let's go to an even newer unit. Let's say Calf. This, and it scales 13 base plus additional 7 strength. So this is 20 for playing a 2-cost card. So it's 20 strength for a 2-cost card that also does damage. So, unless you're a fucking idiot, you know how much stronger this is. On top of her big shield gain and everything else she does. Now, let's go back to Tulu. No, actually, let me overemphasize this. Riker, old unit, but still newer than Tulu. Permanent strength here. And in regards to temporary strength, his dice, 50 plus strength nowadays. Nowadays, on a good Riker, 50 plus temporary strength for each dice and get multiple. And there's 0 mana cards. There's 0 mana cards whenever you posse. So let's go over every realm. Every realm has something in the power card. Let's look at dies. Your versus unit best. Level 60 Justicer. 2-cost card. 20 alienness, 12 permanent strength. Lots of key flare as well. All those other utility options. Pikmin, this is temporary strength, by the way. This card can go down to 0 mana. And at base, it steals 13 strength times 3. And it triggers 2 more times if it's Devour. So, 5 times 13, 65. Times how many enemies there are. So it's 65 strength base times however many enemies you are facing. So, for a potential 0-cost card. Now, every realm. Okay, let's go over Ultra. Newer unit. DAF is pretty old, but an example of a newer unit. So, Strength. So this card is not leveled. This is 3. Level 3 card on a level 60 unit. Same as him. This 1-cost card. 25 temporary strength. Not even leveled. And 5 permanent strength. And gives Vaughn. You have to be fucking retarded to think his kit is in any way good in this modern age of the fucking artificial buff. Like, let's go back. This is a level 5 card, by the way. This spell weakness is good. It's very niche. But it's a 3-cost card. There is no way to lower this card effect. There is no way to lower the cost of this card. So that means if you're using this as a buff card, you're using this to get the nice 15% temporary crit rate. It's so nice, Flares. It's so nice. The temporary crit rate. Use all your fucking mana. You have a base 5 mana a turn. If you have good mana relics, like in Arc 1, it's fine. In Arc 2, there are less mana relics. There are less mana relics in Arc 2. And Dispel Self-Weakness. That's good, Flares. This is a 3-cost card. You know who can do it for free? That's a standard unit? Caucus. Hits Exo whenever you want. Not situational. Not to wait for the pull. Whenever you want. Right here and gives Vaughn. Gives that technical damage bonus that's higher. Does a whole lot of effect when you want it. This is situational. It's a card. You have to dig through your fucking deck of cards to get the Dispel Weakness, which is garbage, which is just slightly better than Tink, which is also garbage. Like, how fucking retarded you have to be to actually not think this is good. Like, digging for your deck for a situational dispel effect rather than having it on demand, and free. Like, okay, you dispel your weakness. Hopefully you do damage next turn. The boss doesn't inflict weakness to you next turn. Because if you dispel weakness, there are very few comps this can go into. Very bad as a comp building unit. How many comps can you put this unit into that can dispel and do damage on the same turn? Very niche. So you have to find the 3-cost card. On the turn, you are ready to do damage. On the turn, the unit is weak. Because, again, this card does not apply Vuln. So you have to get your Vuln source from somewhere else. Whether it be an Exo or a card that costs mana. And then you play your damage card. With the 2-1 mana you have left. So it needs to be an Exo Awaker. Very limited in team building potential. Where this card is so expensive. The old design philosophies of having expensive fucking cards. You don't see these nowadays with units with 4 or 3 cost cards anymore. Like, the most recent is Charge, which is good, with has an Aftershock. So that's why Wanda and all the old units, like whatever Sangha, pretty outdated because in Arc 2, most of the new units are cheaper cards that does more bang for your buck. More bang for your buck. So you see all those other units, which has better, like this, sure, it has more text on it. It has so much text on it, Flares. All those units are way cheaper. It does the same thing, but it's cheaper. The only reason you will use him is because of his fucking passive effect that they added. Like, all this temporary shit, every other unit does it, but better. Like, even this effect. Look, every card used, Arithmetica, or discarded, get 5 strength, 5 tentacle damage. 3-cost Rouse card. This is a 3-cost Rouse card. It is insane how much mana this costs. It is so small, the strength and tentacle gain. Now let's look at new units, which has roughly the same effect in terms of strength or tentacle damage. Let's look at G Murphy. Her regular card is 42 tentacle damage. That scales with how much key flare you have. And I know this is level 90. But it's a Rouse card. This is also 3 costs. It doesn't much. This is 8 times better. Without factoring the S key bonus. This card is literally 8 times better. Gives you key flare than his Rouse card. And this card can be spammed. In order to get as much tentacle damage as one waltz, you need to discard 5 times 8. 8 Tulu cards. Or you can just play 1 waltz. You can play 2 or 3 waltz a turn. In what universe are you discarding 8 Tulu cards a turn to equal 1 waltz? And to show you how artificial and dog shit it is, I'm going to go into a stage. And I'm going to use my team. Where is it? My thing team. And showcase how bad. Again, you have to pull 1 copy. You're not going to use him as a carry. You're using him for his fucking artificial buff. His fucking artificial, god-awful design buff. So let me reset this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where's my borrow unit? Where did I use a borrow unit? Who did I borrow? Oh, yeah, this unit. So actually, let's go straight to boss fight. This, because Tulu's fucking mechanic. Oh yeah, the Tulu boss is actually good. So let's make this fair. I want to borrow a level 90 Tulu. I'm gonna borrow a level 90 Tulu. So no favoritism here. So go in, boom. Again, level 90 Tulu, 2 plus 12 wheels, by the way. And let's check the tentacle gain difference. Hopefully the boss level. Maybe I up the alert. But what? This is nice. The whatever 2,000 damage was mostly because of G Murphy. So let me get this. Keep Abyss hemming. So my waltz, by the way, with all my specialized thing, 96 tentacle damage a waltz. 96. Keep this number in your mind. 96. 96 each. So let me just get rid of these. So this, wow, 36 temporary tentacle damage. Oh, that's gonna move the needle. So we're gonna rouse Tulu. Yeah. 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 96. Hopefully you remember that number. I know some guys are ultra players. Hopefully you remember that number. I know it was just like 5 seconds ago, which is like forever ago. But yeah, this is also 3 costs, by the way. It's a rouse. Every awaker does a tentacle limit +1 if it's a blue unit. So just read the second part of it. Every rift consume or command card discarded gain 12 tentacle damage, 11 strength. Yeah. Yeah, or for the same 3 mana, you can get this. And Key Flare. And Key Flare. And all the other effects. If you're talking about text, look at all the other effects. 3 costs to this 3 cost rouse. Wow. Wow. And it doesn't even get strength. Okay. Oh, we have 2 cards. We only have 2 Tulu cards. This is insane. This is insane. Wow, guys. We got 22 strength. And we got 22 tentacle damage. We got 22. We got 22 from the Oh, we got a waltz again. Oh, how will it match up? How will it match up? Yeah. Hey, we needed 4 turns for 1 waltz. This is power creep. This is power creep. Guys, this is power creep. And I'm gonna show you again. Oh, we had 1 Tulu card that time, guys. 11 strength, 11 tentacle damage. This is a level 90 Tulu, by the way. And look, this is temporary. 100. Oh, and it's over. So amazing. Oh, we have 2 waltzes, guys. 96. Posse, because we have all that key for. Oh, another 96. It's almost 200. Oh, Tulu. In 10 years, you're going to catch up to G Murphy. You're going to catch up to G Murphy. You're going to catch up to G Murphy, Tulu. Again, you would use him in this team because of that artificial buff to tentacle damage. It's such a poor way to design a unit. It's a poor way to buff a fucking unit, guys. It's fucking dog shit way to buff a unit. And don't remind me, you saw that Goliath rouse? Goliath rouse does more than Tulu rouse. You almost never rouse Tulu. Garbage. Now, this is good on a G Murphy team. Why is Abyss Order good now? Because it scales off of tentacle damage. Not his scaling. It's G Murphy's tentacle scaling. And any tentacle team, G Murphy's the core bone. Tulu's just viable because of G Murphy. And this. And by the way, he's a DPS unit. All those tentacle bonus and buffs, by the way, are used on a chorus unit, which means support. supports in this game do more damage than DPS that are labeled as DPS. That's the fact of the game. That's Tulu. Place her in a G Murphy team who I have tons of video on. That's his kit. His kit is nothing. His kit is nothing. His kit is to die. But you have to pull him. He's good. He's a very good unit. Why is he good? Because the devs decided to put 50% technical damage buff. We've used other Lemurians with him. That's why he's good. Sorel. Sorel got buffed. She was borderline dog shit useless before the buff. Now the buff in Arc 2 made her extremely strong in the whale out section of there. If you have her weak, low levels, she's useless. She's useless, weak, low levels, because she's very weak if you have her uninvested. She becomes stronger than Doricine if you have her whaled out. A whale out Sorel will shit on a whale out Doricine 10 days of the week. How's it 10 days of the week when there's only 7 days in a week, players? Because Doricine is that dog shit. Whaled out Doricine is that dog shit. He was still, I'd say over and over again, the reason why I have a whaled out Doricine, no soldier left behind. I invested in him, E3 OE. I needed no soldier left behind. Sunk cost fallacy. I pulled him, I'm gonna use him, motherfucker. I pulled him, I'm gonna use him. Every Doricine video, he's good when you're starting out. He's one of the strongest units when you're shitting on low level units. If you're fucking beating up on a preschooler, he can beat up that preschooler faster than that whaled out Sorel. Against anyone with real weapons, with real HP values, he gets shit on. He gets shit on in case you're fighting real opponents. If you're fighting 10-year-olds, pick Doricine. He's good in story when the opponents have no HP. He's very good for every new player. If you're doing endgame content, it's a struggle. So, Sorel, her kit is dog shit at low investments. Why? Her attack stat, really high. It gets buffed by levels. How do you buff levels? Investments, enlightens, and dupes. Investments, enlightens, and dupes. Everything about her buffs her damage temporarily. And her new buff, well, relatively new, is this. Temporary strength equals to 15% of her attack after devour, triggering a maximum of 5 times per round. Blah, 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 blah. Buff by attack stat. Attack stat, high, based on levels. Level, based on investment. Investment, based on dupes and resources. Resources, based on whale. She's very good. Whaled out. Whaled out, she's good. When she's not whaled out, she's bad. That's how it works. She does not gain a lot of permanent strength. What does she gain? Temporary strength for one big burst turn. One big whale burst turn. Other units does what she does better and survive at lower investments. Jellet does it better. Tulu does it better. Most units does it better. I do not recommend pulling her unless you whale out. If you whale out, she becomes one of the stronger DPSs in the game. She's C tier on my tier list. I base everything on her. She's a good unit. She's a good unit when invested. I'm going to base everything on her. Most units, you can do it with lower investment. Lower investment, better options. There are better options in the modern day. Not recommended pull. You need to pull a lot of copies, invest a lot of resources. Tulu, as a dog shit, piece of shit as he is, as much as he's a piece of shit, you can use him E0, level 1 on a G Murphy comp and do just fine. Why? You're not using him for his cards. You're not using him for his rows. You're not using him for his exo. Why are you using him? For this stupid effect. That concludes the rerun video.
He sleeps in the trench where the light don't reach. The boy king dreams, but his wrath still speaks. Clem buzzes loud, but the tide don't care. The tentacles rise, she gasps for air. Yo, it's Tulu, crowned in the cradle of waves. SSR limited, broke out of the cave. First awaker, the myth, the spark. Dropped day one, made the whole realm go dark. Lemuria's light, slept in sapphire foam. One cast, whole squads turned to stone. But time passed, and the meta got cold. Now they call me lazy, say I'm old gold. Power crept by bugs with antenna and sass. Clem flutters an ultra, all glitter, no clash. She calls herself queen, that's a cosmic joke. She's queen of trash, her whole kit broke. Slap, 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 from the deep we rise. Slap, 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 no more ultra lies. Slap, 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 bugs get crushed. Tulu wakes once and the realm gets hushed. Clem's got wings but they won't help fly when the boy king slaps from sea to sky. No mercy, no chat, no ultra turn, just tidal wrath and a lesson to learn. He ain't just strong, he's Lemuria's flame. The crown, the trench, the ancient name. Born of coral, raised by storm. His tentacles breach in a regal form. So let her buzz, let her realm decay. The king of Lemuria don't come to play. He sleeps, he dreams, but when he turns, the insect queen gets no ultra turn. Let her buzz, let her boast. I'll slap her soul into ghost. Let her swarm, let her sting. I sleep, but I'm still king. Ultra's a joke, a puddle in disguise. Their awakers weak, their stats all lies. Wanda builds counters, that's rich, she don't. You press her skill, and the stacks say nope. Liz drops poison like she's throwing rice, while Yarm and Ferals make venom precise. They call it a realm, but it's barely a zone. While Lemuria's throne is carved in stone. No lord, no soul, just bugs in a jar. While Tulu dreams beneath trench and star. He don't need buffs, banners or spin. He slaps once and the tide pulls in. Slap, 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 the throne don't bend. Slap, 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 this is Ultra's end. Slap, 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 the tides return. The king of Lemuria makes the ocean churn. Let them build their brittle high. Let them crown their hollow queen. When I rise, they'll remember what a kingdom means.